I disagree with the argument that Israel controls America. Israel is America, France, and Britain in a trench coat. Those three countries drew up a new country and fund it completely so that they can maintain some power and leverage in the Middle East. There isn't an Israel by itself. When you know and accept this fact, all of the actions of America make so much more sense. We wouldn't not send bombs to ourselves. We wouldn't support the international courts if they were coming after our president. This is not about two countries who are allies or support for the Jewish community. This is literally America, France, and Britain ruling a section of the Middle East under the guise of some ancient religious text and homeland verbiage. This is also why the fact that Netanyahu is super right-wing and supports Trump, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's president of Israel, and it doesn't matter who's president of America or prime minister of France or Britain. It doesn't matter. It's all the same thing.
Why are we doing all this? Why is it that a country the size of New Jersey has total control over America? Pick up the phone and ask your congressional representatives, why has that ever been allowed to happen? And if they say, oh, well, thank you for leaving your message, say, no, I want a response in writing why Congress allowed this to happen. And I'm not saying the election of Donald Trump. I'm talking the crimes they're committing against the United States of America and the people of the United States. Time for accountability, Congress. Keeping your lips closed doesn't cut it.
Why are we doing all this? For a single tiny country of 7 million people, most of them immigrants from Europe and North America. Why are we doing all this? Bending our entire shape of our society, disfiguring the face of our society. Why are we doing it? Answer came there none for me, for I have no answer to that.
So after 20 years of service in the military, yesterday I got pulled into an officer's office and counseled for posts that I have on my social media. During the counseling, they told me I'm under investigation as a threat to national security. When I asked for proof, like what the posts were yesterday, they refused to give it to me. They made me come back today to further go over stuff. They gave me the proof, and the proof they gave me are anti-Israel posts. Now, when I joined the military, I took an allegiance to support the United States of America. I did not ever take an allegiance to support Israel. But yet, I am deemed a threat to national security because I do not support Israel and their genocide against the Palestinian people. Yes, you heard that right. I am deemed a threat to national security because I don't support Israel's genocide against the Palestinian people. Since when does not supporting a foreign nation get a U.S. soldier investigated for being a threat to national security?
America has billions in US aid, not to Detroit, not to Baltimore, but to Israel. They censor you if you ask why. They label you anti-Semitic if you question it. But we are asking anyways, is America being controlled by Israel? And why are we not allowed to actually talk about it? Watch those videos and I'll be back.
But I believe that Israel has a powerful stranglehold on the American government. They control both members of the House the House and the Senate. They have us involved in wars of which we have little or no interest. Our children are coming back in body bags. Our nation is bankrupt over these wars. And if you open your mouth, you get targeted. And if they don't beat you at the poll, they'll put you in prison.
Explain to me what you see as, why you target or why you have a grudge against the Israelis.
The grudge is not necessarily a grudge. It's an objective assessment that no one will have the courage to speak about. They're controlling much of our foreign policy. They're influencing much of our domestic policy. Wolfowitz, as Undersecretary of Defense, manipulated President Bush #2 back into Iraq. They pushed definitely to try and get Bush before he left to move into Iran. We're conducting an expansionist policy of Israel, and everybody's afraid to say it. They control much of the media, they control much of the commerce of the country, and they control powerfully both bodies of the Congress. They own the Congress.
Are you an anti-Semite?
No, I'm not. That's exactly what they're going to say, and I expect that. What I am is an American. You see, I think America comes first, and we have a one-sided foreign policy in the Mideast, and we've alienated Arabs who have no way of fighting. So what they've done, and I predicted this on the House floor, is they would export violence to America, and they have. They have no other way to fight. I think President Obama knows this. I think he sees this. I think he wants to do something. I think his hands are tied. And I think he's dancing between the raindrops, trying to figure how I can politically machinate some scenario to mitigate these problems. Greta, I'm saying this. America is in danger if America doesn't take back the government without foreign interference.
The country has completely turned against Israel. It's all over X. It's everywhere you look. And not just because of the genocide, but because it has never been more obvious that our government is completely loyal to a foreign nation. And that Trump, the person who the Iranian president said might have the balls to stand up to Israel and put them in their place, isn't doing that. He's palling around with Netanyahu. He's telling us to forget about the Epstein list.
Still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. This is nuts.
The reaction on X is unbelievable. Even normal MAGA people are starting to go, wait a minute. You raised the debt ceiling. Fine. That's crazy. You pissed off Elon. You're going to deport everybody except for the people who work for farmers and other employers who employ them illegally. Then they're going to be the owners of those people. There's no way this can all be part of some plan to use your notoriety to make us hate the system enough that it's going to collapse somehow. It's great because you've got Elon, who's so disgruntled that he's starting the America Party. But what's that party going to be about? Does Elon have the balls to release the Epstein files and to stand up to Israel and to admit that our country has been used by the parasitic nation of Israel for decades? Is he going to take that little dog tag off that Israel gave him and made him wear around his neck to apologize because he pointed out that
I would recommend that Israel engage in the most conspicuous acts of kindness possible. For example, a mobile hospital, be very transparent, like just put a webcam on the thing 24/7. But an eye for an eye makes everyone blind. Now, if you kill somebody's child in Gaza, you've made at least a few Hamas members.
I don't hate anybody at all. Zero. I have no interest in being mad at people randomly. But do you know what has Americans so angry at Israel? Israel's actions, not who they are. It's not their identity. This is not some woke politics bullshit. We're over that. The wokest political game ever played on humans anywhere is the state of Israel. Their identity, who they are, things happen to them because of who they are. No, Israel, things happen because of what you do. There's so many people who are trying to choose sides. The Democrats are good. The Republicans are good. Trump is a good person. Kash Patel is an honest person. Dan Bongino. None of these people are to be trusted. They've all demonstrated their disloyalty to the American people. Every single one of them have got up there and preached about an ethno-state on the other side of the world that is great and important. Meanwhile, here at home, oh, we have to be diverse. Every country, every European country has to be diverse. But this ethno-state in the Middle East is totally legit, and that's not supremacy. That's just awesome. And if you have anything negative to say about the subject, you are the problem. You should be deported. You should be kicked out of the country for pointing out the truth that there is one country I can't talk about, and it's not mine. It's a foreign country. Everybody in America has woken up. Even the conservatives like Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens are like, yeah, okay, this is crazy bullshit. And they've had to admit it. Anybody with a working brain, ask yourself this question. When you're a child and someone tells you, oh yeah, everybody hates those people. The innocence of a child is, why? It's the lying adult that tells that kid, oh, just because of who they are. People just don't like them for no fucking reason. We don't like Israel for very good fucking reason.
If I'm a foreign student, I wake up in the morning and I have a thought. Gee, wouldn't it be nice to have a free and independent Palestine? The Israelis are Zionists. I'd better not articulate that thought in any way, shape, or form. Suddenly I'm a threat to the United States of America, and off I go. I'm done. Thought crime. You're an enemy of America if you speak ill about Israel. How does that work? It's because this is a tactic not about defending Israel, but about controlling America. This is it. This is the mechanism to control the American people. The Constitution's being eroded. Our freedoms are being eroded. Everything's being eroded.
I've said before that AIPAC has a disproportionate influence over the United States government and policy. And people have told me, Michael, that's anti-Semitic. Michael, that's unfounded. It doesn't understand nuance. And I would just like to tell you what Barack Obama said on the subject. In his latest book, Obama wrote, members of both parties worried about crossing the American-Israeli Public Affairs Committee. Those who criticize Israeli policy too loudly risked being tagged as anti-Israel and possibly anti-Semitic, and confronted with a well-funded opponent in the next election. AIPAC wants a relationship where there should be no daylight between U.S. and Israeli governments, even when Israeli government took actions that were contrary to U.S. policy. Israel is the reason the United States invaded Iraq and is now trying to start war with Iran.
So welcome back to Global Just Beejay. I hope you're good. I hope you watch those videos. Yeah, this topic is just all about education, right? I hope I'm making a lot of sense. I want to see it in the comment section. Do you think I'm making a whole lot of sense bringing such, topic to you? Yeah, but these are things that I go research and I'm like, let's actually talk about this because this thing is trending, right? So, yeah, that is it. They tell you to be quiet. They say it's complicated, but Americans know what it feels like when power ignores the people. Billions are being sent overseas. The people, while communities crumble, yeah, billions are being sent overseas while crumbles. And when they ask, they are labeled dangerous. And when you asked, you are labeled dangerous. But the truth doesn't care about labels. I want you to comment in the comment section if you have ever felt like your voice was silenced for asking questions, right? Of course, this is it. The truth is, America is being, controlled in a way, whether we like it or not. Because right now, President Trump works according to whatever Israel is saying. If Israel is saying this, imagine taking out Medicaid, taking out food stamps and everything, all because of Israel, and all of that. And you can imagine that goes to show that Israel is actually controlling America. And to say that Israel is very small, that's a whole lot. So I want to see your comments in the comments. What do you think about it? Is it true? Do you not give a damn? Should they continue whatever they're doing? Let me see that in the comment. Do not forget, it's Global Just PJ. Have you subscribed? What about liking? Have you shared my videos before? Please go ahead and do that. And keep staying on the channel. Be bold and be global on Global Just PJ. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.